once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Please subscribe, like, and also please share. So today I'm going to be talking about a very hot topic about money, right? Something that most of us probably experience. Friends who borrow money, right? We all have those friends, or we are the friends that usually would borrow money, and like in most cases people really come to you when they really need you, right? And once people have seen that you have a soft spot like me, they usually would start coming and coming and coming and coming and keep coming and coming and coming, and to such a point that you don't even know how to get out of it. So it's really simple, guys. We need to really practice the culture of saying no, right? Because for me, how I save my money, right? And I'm going to share this with you in a video, demonstrate with you how I do it. But how I save money is I have a spreadsheet which I follow every month, right? On one of my videos, you can check my videos down below. I have made a mistake of taking a credit card and have not been able to pay it up, right? So I have those expenses that I'm really struggling to fight with, like try to eradicate from my spreadsheet. I'm really trying to eradicate debt from my spreadsheet. So each and every time when I get paid, I would usually have my spreadsheet with me, check like column for column, how much am I paying for my student loan, how much am I paying for, the housing loan, how much am I paying for the credit card, how much am I spending on groceries. I'll just check everything column to column and make sure that everything goes as is. And usually I remember, like, there are so many people that give advice on finances. They usually would tell you that have an emergency. I love listening to Ramses podcast, right? He usually will tell you that having an emergency account of $1,000 a month, because I can't afford that. That's a lot. He'll usually say have an emergency account of $1,000 and make sure that each and every month, like something like you pay yourself first and what and all that. So that's what I do with my spreadsheet. I pay all my debts. Then at the end of it all, because I'm still just trying to pay off my debt, right? I want to be able to share with you at the beginning of the year next year in 2023 to say that this is how much I've overcome, this is how much I've managed to pay off, and this is how much extra I have in my account. So I hope that I'm able to achieve that, right? So yes, I'll do that with my spreadsheet column for column, and then after that I will just like put in the money that I'm saving, like the emergency fund, put it into an account. What do they call it? I think it's called a flexi fixed account, 7-day notice, something like that. And that account, each and every time I've attempted to, because I'm still struggling with discipline, I've attempted to sometimes try and withdraw money from that account, but it's always like, nah, like if you withdraw money, I'm gonna take so much for you, and it's usually just a lot. And you find that sometimes, but really it only happened once, guys. I was feeling very suffocated that month. I was feeling like I'm too broke. I was feeling like I don't know what's happening. That's the only time that I wanted to withdraw the money, even though I didn't really have any use for it. I just wanted to withdraw money, and for some reason have money in my savings account, just like what you call those ones, check account, aspire account, or whatever. I just wanted to have money in that account and look at it, and that was it. So yeah, I do that. And then you find someone borrowing money, and then you're thinking that that person is going to bring it back. Let me tell you something about me, right? If a person borrows money, like, because everything for me is based on a spreadsheet. I have the money for transport, which is usually the money that I would borrow a person, because the person will say, can you please borrow me money, since you're getting paid on the 15th of every month and I get paid on the last day of the month, I'll give you the money back, right? And in some instances, the relationship usually works because on the last day of the month, the person would usually pay you back your money, and then you are happy because now you are able to live through the next 15 days, the next remaining 15 days of going to work, right? With that money. And sometimes if you feel like you're not disciplined enough, you might not be able to keep that money until the end of the month. Then it's usually a good thing that you've lended someone that money and you're only left with a certain portion. Then you know that on the 30th when they get paid, you're gonna get that money and still continue going to work, or instances like that, which is good. But then it becomes a problem when a person doesn't pay you on that day. Like, what do you do? If a person says, I'm going to pay you on this day, and they don't pay you, the next month they just keep quiet, they don't even update you to say, listen, this is what is happening, so I cannot be able to pay you. So you see that just like having an emergency account, right? An emergency account is there such that when you have an emergency, you will not be able to, you will not be obliged, right, to go in and take a loan just so that you can cater for your emergency. You have your emergency account, you can just go and withdraw the money there and then act on the emergency situation. So it's just like that. So like with sometimes borrowing money, you should be careful about borrowing money to people leaving you in such instances and circumstances that you are not able to breathe, that you find yourself having to want to take a temporary loan because you're short on money for transport, where someone is holding that money for you. To be careful that you don't get yourself in a situation where you take other forms of loan, or where you end up taking money that you're not supposed to take, taking out of your emergency account, for instance. You're not supposed to do that because it's money that is only meant for emergencies. So just be careful when you're borrowing friends' money. Just make sure that, usually, like I do with family, right, I usually just make sure that if a person, I don't have a limit to say, but if a person comes to me and says, can I please borrow 500? No, I do have a limit. Sorry. My limit is 500 rand. I don't borrow anyone money that is more than 500 rand, right? But when I'm saying that I don't have a limit, it's that in between those 500 rand, if a person borrows me 300 rand, I usually would tell them I don't have 300 rand, I have 150. That's what I usually do. I don't have 300 rand, I have 150. Just to keep it controlled, right? Keep it controlled so that the person, next time, even when they come back, I've noticed one thing with people that borrow money. If they borrow money this month, if they borrow 500 rand and you give them 500 rand, the next time they come again, they'll always borrow the 500 rands, or it'll go a little bit higher. So you need to just always try to aim low, right? To aim very low. Or just say no, guys. You are allowed to say no, because in some instances you find that even your friend is working and stuff, and you are also working, you are both making income. So if you start to see that you are feeding onto someone's bad habits, just put a stop to it, say no. Or rather, like I do, if a person comes to you and borrows 500 rand, tell them I don't have 500 rand, I only have 300 rand. The next time they come, they want 300 rand, just tell them I don't have 300 rand, I only have 200 rand. And with time, it's just going to decrease and you're just going to be a useless borrower. They won't come to you next time. So yeah, guys, that's basically what I wanted to share today about the dilemma and the patterns really of borrowing our friends and like other family members stuff. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope that you will subscribe, like my video, and comment also, just to tell me your views on borrowing friends and extended family money in terms of what you do to try and control the habits. Like, as I've said, that there are other people that keep on coming every month, and you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you are helping them feed into their habit of misspending and stuff. And also, if you are that person that borrows and genuinely borrows every month because you really need to, please also like just leave your comment down below and just let's discuss in terms of what do we do when we find ourselves in this situation. Thank you so much guys for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, like and share my videos with others. Thank you so much.